Peace. Let's do a Lenormand reading for the month of June for the air signs, Libra, Gemini, and Aquarius. Today I'll be using the Grandma Babies Black and Gold Lenormand, and I'll put the link below if you find this deck interesting. In Species by the Thousands, it's a crystal oracle deck for clarification. I might pull some charms. We'll see how things go, and I'm probably going to do an oracle card at the end. Oracle card would be Black Goddess Within Oracle by Giovanni Washington. All right, so let's see. This is a beautiful deck, by the way. And it has the traditional Lenormand cards, but it has added cards in here. All right. So let's see. Give me a moment. Sip of my tea. All right, Spirit, what messages do you have for us today? Month of June. Energies for the air signs, Libra, Gemini, and Aquarius. What messages do you have for us today? Thank you. Thank you, ancestors, for your strength, for your wisdom, your integrity, your perseverance. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you, Most High, for the gift of life. What messages do you have for us? Thank you. Air signs, Libra, Gemini, and Aquarius. Month of June. What energies are we working with? So we have the corn. We have the ship. We have you. We have the mountain. We have the child. So a new beginning right there in the middle. We have the tower. For some of us, new jobs. We have the ancestors. We have the heart. And we have the moon. No matter what might be going on, the ancestors are here to tell you that they love you here with the ancestors in the heart. And there will be some success here with the moon card, no matter how you feel or how circumstances might be or might seem around you. The main thing with this reading is that the new beginning is here, okay? A new way of living, a new way of seeing yourself. We have the U card, which means that in order to make these things happen, you have to have a trust in your intuition with the moon, a trust in your truth, who you are, and you have to just believe that this can come through. When you view readings, the reading is not stagnant. The reading requires your energy. It shows what could happen, but as you know, with anything in life, it requires movement. It requires your participation, your belief, okay, your spiritual belief. And then we have the key. You have the key to unlock any type of possibility in your life, all right, with just the idea, all right, the idea, the belief. So let's take a look at what we have going on here. So we have at the top line the corn, the ship, and we have you. So the corn card for me is the idea of things being harvested. Something that you've planted a seed, you know, you've planted a seed, and over time, you'll finally reap the rewards from that seed that you planted. But, you know, as we know, things, when they grow, it takes time for those seeds to sprout and turn into the plants that would eventually turn into the fruit or the veg or the flower, whatever you might say, you know? And so it's the idea of time, things taking time, and maybe not being at the exact spot that you wanted to be at, but the rewards will eventually come through. Spirit says when the rewards will come through, there'll be beautiful movement here with the shift card, moving into a new way of being, okay? Moving into a new way of seeing yourself here because we have the mirror, right? The mirror deals with your spirit, your soul, your vision, right? And so moving into a new way, a new vision for your life. For some of us, we're moving into new jobs here with a tower underneath it. Promotions, All right, maybe moving into a new field. Underneath the tower, we have the moon, which means that out of confusion comes success. The moon card of Lenormand deals with public recognition. It deals with ultimately success. Okay, so kind of different than with the moon and tarot. But this particular picture here with this guy, the way he looks, to me is, it could be a little bit of sadness with it because maybe we haven't seen the results of things we've wanted right here and now. But Spirit is saying that with the help of the ancestors, with the trust in your abilities and your vision, that you can bring these things to light here. And so ultimately there will be success. And the moon for me also deals with time. We have the corn here, the idea of harvest and planting, but then also the idea of the moon phases with the phase of the moon. So things will be hidden with the new moon energy, and then things will be revealed with the full moon. And so understanding the life, we go through those phases of things not being revealed, fully revealed to us. And that's a beautiful thing because we don't want to always see things right then and there. We want to have the joy and the lessons, and we want to be able to look back on it to see how we've made it to this position. There's growth in that. And so we want to give thanks for that. But the new beginning is here with the child. The child in the U card, also in the ancestors, gives me the idea or makes me think of self-love, making sure that you are loving the inner child, the inner spirit, right? Having joy in the smaller things with the child energy, or seeing the joy in the smaller things with the child energy. Maybe they could have been blocks with the mountain, or the idea of things coming in slow. The mountain is also things not being seen. So we have that obscurity here with the moon, and we also have it with the mountain. But even with going through difficulties in life when you can't see all the sides of the situation, it's important to keep the idea that the beginning can start, that you can transform, that you can be new, right? But also that we're just living life and we're loving life. And that's the energy of the child, just being here and delighting in all that life has to offer, the lightness of life, right? And so that's the child energy here. The ship, the child, and the heart, moving towards a new beginning, moving towards a new type of life that brings about passion with the heart, something that you love to do here. These little ones are playing a Ring Around the Roses, or just maybe one of the old school games that we would play as kids, singing games, clapping games, but just delighting in life and believing that beautiful things can happen here with the child and the heart card. Also here with the harvest, the ancestors say give it time, but also for those who don't understand the importance of honoring and working with our ancestral connections, Spirit is saying if you don't see it, if you don't understand it, you don't see it, it's still happening here with the mountain, because the mountain does deals with things that are strong and powerful. All right, so we have that powerful energy above the ancestors with the mountain, sturdy energy, things that can't be rocked. And so that's where we want to stand tall like a mountain. This is an interesting energy here too. Standing tall like a mountain, being firm in your position, firm in who you are, because we have the U card here, but also being light enough to see the beauty in the small things in life. It's a dichotomy. It's two type of ways of being. It's a strength, but it's also a gentleness here with the mountain and the child. And ultimately, that's your strength and that's your power that leads to the higher level connections here with the tower card. Because the tower not only deals with institutions, the tower deals with anything that's higher level. And so the higher level self, the higher mind with the tower card, the higher realms. This is how we access that spiritual knowledge of the tower, being strong in the foundation of the mountain and being lighthearted like the child. It takes it's something that has to be learned. It's nothing that comes naturally, but Spirit is saying that this is the key. Even on this particular picture, we see the men here delighting with the music, playing the spirituals, whatever brings them joy. All right, so going into a place and dealing with things that bring that lightness of being, that's how we're able to access the higher self and that tower energy. The tower in Lenormand is different than the tower in the tarot. Tarot deals with tearing down the foundations, right? Which is a beautiful thing as well. All right, if the foundation has been shaky, tearing it down. But that it also can play into this as well. Believing in yourself, believing that you have the power to move forward here. All right. This is what we're working on for the month of June. Self-belief. Believing that you're beautiful. Believing that you're wonderful. Believing that you're powerful. Believing that you are the manifester. All right, that you're manifesting your life, that you're creating it, that you're drawing it out in your mind first. All right, so the belief has to start with you. If you don't believe in your vision, nobody else is going to believe in it. The main vision is yourself, so believing in yourself. 3 cards, Spirit, thank you. We have action, all right? We have protection. And we have peace. So we have an opportunity here, an opportunity to move into a new way, an opportunity to look into a new career, all right? Because we have the Tower card here. But truly the opportunity is to see ourselves in a different way. Transformation can happen at any day, at any time, any minute, any second, all right? Transformation is if we choose it. It's our choice to transform. And transformation doesn't have to be major like we see on TV and the movies. It doesn't have to be those transformations. It can say, I'm going to start talking to myself in a kinder fashion. I'm going to go for a walk today. I'm going to go, see a friend. I'm going to transform the situation between a connection, me and someone else. I'm going to love harder. I'm going to love deeper. I'm going to love myself more. So transformations, we need to bring it down from these grandiose, these major big themes and bring them into those small nuggets, those things where we can see them playing out in our lives. That's how we become the magician, that energy. The opportunity to love ourselves more each and every day, right? So we have action. Once we have decided that we want to move forward with the ship energy, once we have decided that we want to have a life of abundance, we plant the seed with the corn. If you don't plant the seed, you won't reap the benefits of the harvest. All right, so those things are the action energy that has to be put into it. Spirit is saying that your ancestors are protecting you at this time as you are creating, as you are moving into a period of transforming. That you are protected by your ancestors, that your vision will be protected. And also, as you're moving into action, you also have to have the energy of peace. And that's the mountain and the child. The child energy is moving. Children move, all right? But the mountain doesn't move. The mountain stays there and is strong and it stays there. So it's a lightness and a heaviness. It's action and non-action. It's both of these things working together. That's what's needed to bring about the peace in your life. We don't have it all. That might be the case, but we have ourselves. And what can we do with what we have? That's kind of the main theme of this reading. Okay? How can we harvest with what we have? Which seeds can we plant utilizing things that we already have in our possession? And possession is not physical. It's the possession of the spirit, possession of the heart. Let's pull a reading. Let's pull a Black Goddess Within. And I'm going to read from the book, if that's okay with you. The cards are gorgeous, by the way. Spirit, what message do you have for us as we are working to transform, always in a period of transformation, transforming the self, transforming the mind, moving forward, moving upward, accessing the higher level knowledge of the tower. Imbokumu. So let's see. Number 15. And I'll hold it up so that you can read it as well. So the Democratic Republic of Congo, Ngombe. You will find Imbokomo immersed in a lush and vast tropical forest that is older than the oldest trees. The forest is so unknowable that it is often considered itself a powerful deity. Walking the labyrinth of mysteries, the winds in the wildwood, Mkumbu cultivates plant beings and shares her immense knowledge freely with her people. She is the first gardener, where she plants, gardens, and prospers. Mkumu has a special relationship with a particular plant, the sacred libaka, or silk cotton tree. The libaka tree symbolizes the unity between the seen and unseen, a breathing, rooted connection between the ancestors and the living, meaning union. The libaka tree stands in ancestral witness. The new village is not complete until the libaka tree is planted, surrounded by other plants and trees from the previous village. If you're pulling this card, the ancestors are reminding you that the ancients in their wisdom are always with you, in both physical form and in spirit. The time-honored Libaka tree reminds you that that ancestral connection is vital to divinely inspired action. Invitation. Consult with your ancestors before embarking on new endeavors. Invite them to the party. They also say, too, if you're ready for movement in your life, let them know. Because they've walked long and they've walked strong and they've walked hard. All right? They've walked over this mountain. Understand that. And so if anybody's able to get you over the mountain, they're able to do it. All right? And so when you're ready for that transformation, the transformation today could say, ancestors, I'm ready to move forward. I'm ready to transform. Let's walk over that mountain together. That's the seed that you can plant right here and right now. All right. Peace.